So, the big question is this: how are successful professionals like us going to keep increasing our business success and yet still have a full, balanced, and vibrant life that we absolutely love? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. I'm Dan Gentry, and welcome to Third Power Life Podcast.
Hello, everybody. I am sitting here driving down I-75 and just got done with my National Speakers Association meeting, and there's been something that I've been wanting to talk about all week long that just one thing or another keeps coming up and getting in the way, and I'm finally like, you know what? I've got an hour here. I'm not going to talk that long probably, but that I can sit and share this thing, because earlier this week I was I've been working on a new process called your daily power rituals, and it's really about the habits that we have and how we can work on changing our habits and what happens with us through our routines. I actually set up a really cool Trello board, which I'm going to be doing a separate podcast about that, but wanted to so I'll be sharing that and some other resources with everybody. It's pretty cool. I'm really excited about how well it's working. I've been doing everything on paper up to this point, but anyway, being a technology guy and doing everything on paper is always pretty funny to me. But anyway, but I was thinking about habits, and I talk a lot about about habits and systemization and all of that. And one of the things that really kind of occurred to me was the fact that our habits are not limited to just us. Okay, there are generational effects. And I was listening to a presentation by Garrett White, Wake Up Warrior. You may have heard of him, but he was talking about how if you're like intensely overweight, which I was, I was like at 36% body fat. It was pretty terrible, and he was saying how there's so many of us that our habits are affecting our children, and we could literally have a gun to the head of our child. If it was a physical gun, they'd throw us in jail, but instead you're driving through McDonald's, right? And it was kind of clarified something for me that I've thought about many times, is that the habits that we have don't end with us. Right? They go on beyond us. Our children and people who look to us as role models, our habits affect us. My son, my boys are both at home, and I see these habits and these little quirks of character that I have, and I see it reflected in them, and it's both gratifying and scary. I'll be completely honest. Because there are some things that I do that are fantastic, and there are other things that are not. I mean, I'm here. I would love to say that my life is perfect, and you just need to be like Dan, right? It's just not the case. And so, I was looking at myself at the end of last year, specifically with my health and weight, and I'd gone to my doctor's appointment, to my physical. It was the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, actually, and I was over 290. Right now, I'm pretty tall, but I'm not that tall. Okay. And I realized that this has got to change. And I was asking my doctor, what diet I should do, and we kind of agree. He said that the keto diet is the way to go. So I've started that Tuesday after Thanksgiving, and I have been absolutely solid on it since then. As of yesterday, I'm down 40 pounds. I feel so much better. But I'm looking, and my son has was basically that little mini me, right? And I saw that he's definitely not fat, but we've got to grow into the weight there. But I realized that it was my habits, my same eating habit, my same all habits that were forming him and that were having an effect on his life. And when Garrett White said that, it really hit me that my choices, the choices that I'm making right now, have an effect. they and it's beyond me. So when I'm trying to find the desire and the willpower and the motivation to really make a change in my life, and I tell this to everybody that I work with for goal setting, is you need to have, here's why I want the goal, but also here's what I don't want, right? So losing weight, it's not just about that, I want to be, skinnier and better looking and all of that. It's that I'm setting a precedent. I'm setting a standard for everybody that I interact with. And, it's going to go beyond me. It's not just about how do I feel and how is it affecting me. It's what's the generational impact of that. And I look at, even, my upbringing with my parents. What are my thoughts on money? What are my thoughts on success? What are my thoughts on work ethic? Just all of these different things that flavor all of my interactions. They flavor my business. They flavor my parenting style. That all of these things that I learned from watching, right? And full well, if you have children, that they do what you do, not what you say. And that was the part for me that I had to finally come to terms with is, my kids would come up and smack me on the belly, right? And I realized that that's how they identify success, because that's what me, their role model, that's what I do. And that's who I am. And that wasn't okay with me. So I'm on this journey of, physical recomposition, and I've set up my daily power rituals to make sure that I'm staying on track, that I'm really doing what I need to do to make sure that I'm providing that positive role model. So I'm not just doing it for me. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for everybody that interacts with me. I've been the guy that I could do the Santa, not just with a voice but with the body. And I if I want to do that, I want to have to use padding, right? So it's about really taking the habits that you have and internalizing that it's not just you, that it's not just for you, right? That it's for everybody that follows you and everybody that's watching you. And your children are watching you. They absolutely are. And they're watching what you do, not just what you say. So get out there. Let's change some habits. My next episode will be about the daily power rituals, and I'll actually share some tools with you that I have helped me, and just make some awesome stuff happen in your life. But so anyway, just wanted to share that. I know changing habits can be hard, and but it's absolutely worth it, and it's absolutely necessary, because your habits live beyond you. They're generational. So, all right. Until next time, live your life to the third power, and have a great day.
If you would like to find out more about Dan Gentry and Third Power Performance, then go to www.thirdpowerperformance.com.